Hey everyone, Zero Trigger here. A lot of people have been asking me, Trigger, what anime are you going to watch this next season? Well, we're going to find this out together. I am currently on Live Chart. If you want to check it out for yourself, link is in the description below. Let's get started here. I have it filtered by the most popular series that's coming out this next season. So we're going to start here at the very beginning with Shogeki no Soma, which is the third season of Food Wars. Yeah, I'm going to be watching it. Just not while I'm hungry. Word of advice for those that have not seen Food Wars. Yeah, if you're hungry, don't watch it, because you will get very hungry from all that delicious looking food. Next we have Mahotsukai no Yome. Hopefully I pronounced that right, but Hitori Chise has lived a life full of neglect and abuse, devoid of anything resembling love. Far from the warmth of family, she had her share of troubles and pitfalls. Just when all hope seems lost, a fateful encounter awaits her. Okay. When a man with the head of a beast, wielding strange powers, obtains her through a slave auction, Chise's life will never be the same again. Sounds like the start of hentai that I saw once. Okay. The man is a Magus, a sorcerer of great power who decides to free Chise from the bonds of captivity. The Magus then makes a bold statement. Chise will become his apprentice and his bride. Huh. It seems interesting. By Witsuya. It's based off of a manga. Fantasy, magic, slice of life. I'll give it a shot, see how it is. Next up we have Kakai Sensen and Beyond, which is the second season of Kakai Sensen. Now, don't hate me, but I have not seen the first season of Kakai Sensen. I've heard some decent things about it, but can't really watch the second season without seeing the first one first. I don't know. Should I watch the first season? I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. Alright, I heard this one was getting an anime, and I'm kind of looking forward to that. It's Black Clover, which, honestly, I think it's probably going to be one of the next big shonen series. I do read the manga for this, so I kind of already know what's going to happen. Yeah, I'm going to watch it. But for those of you that don't know, I'm going to go ahead and read the synopsis here for you. In a world where magic is everything, Asta and Yuno are both found abandoned at a church the same day. While Yuno is gifted with exceptional magical powers, yeah, Asta is the only one in the world without any. At the age of 15, both receive their grimoires, magic books that amplify holders' magic. Asta's is a rare grimoire of anti-magic that negates and repels his opponent's spells. Being opposite but good rivals, Yuna and Asta are ready for the hardest of challenges to achieve their common dreams, to become the Wizard King. Giving up is never an option. Alright. Well, for those of you that don't know, really a good way to compare Black Clover, I think, is like combine Naruto with Boku no Hero Academia, which, yeah, the main hero, he starts out with practically nothing, but he gets his black grimoire, which pretty well allows him to use anti-magic. I think it's pretty decent. Now that a lot of the bigger shonen series have started to die off, and I've even heard the rumor that the One Piece manga is going to be concluding soon. I don't know about that one, but that's just something I've heard. Yeah, I'll watch Black Clover. Alright, next up we have here is Dias Are. I'm hoping I did not butcher that name there, but action magic superpower. It's based off of a visual novel. A visual novel? Okay. So that tells me that it'll probably be pretty artistic, because most anime I've seen based off of visual novels, their artwork is usually pretty good. Ren Fuji is a normal student who just had a fistfight with his former best friend, leading him to break off their friendship. But with the help of his childhood friend, Kasumi Ayase, and upperclassman Ria Himuro, he gradually returning to his normal school life. Then a series of brutal murders in which the victims are decapitated begins to strike their city. Oh god. Strangely, at the same time, Ren starts to have a terrifying nightmares of being beheaded by a guillotine. Now, these are just a prelude to painful and terrifying battles to come. I feel like there needs to be a psychological in those tags. Damn. Their daily life is turned inside out. Supermen are lurking in the darkness. The town has become a battlefield as Ren is consumed by insane happenings beyond his imagination. Faced with the reality that he cannot survive unless he fights, will he be able to retake his normal life? That sounds pretty interesting. I definitely feel like I need to check that out. All right. Next up, hopefully I don't butcher this name, but Boku no Kanojo ga Majim. Yeah, you see what I'm looking at. It's by Dao Media. It's based off of a manga. Okay. With nothing left to lose, ordinary high school student Haruka Shinozaki confessed to beautiful, diligent class representative Akiho Kosaka, and to his surprise, she accepts. Kosuke takes dating as seriously as she does everything else, but does not quite get it. She pragmatically suggests activities that are too sexual. Is it me, or did my mind immediately go to Shimueta reading that? I'm gonna avoid this one at first. If I start to hear good things about it, I might pick it up. But starting out, I don't know. It might be a decent ecchi. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Alright, next up we have Osama Game, the animation. It is drama, horror, mystery, school, and supernatural. Okay, I'm already interested in this, seeing the horror and mystery tags in there. It seems to be done by Seven Studio. It's based off of a novel. Okay. A high school class containing 32 students all receive a strange text message on their cell phones one night. It welcomes them to the Osama Game, in which they are given specific tasks to carry out in a 24-hour period. Okay. No one takes it very seriously at first, as the tasks are trivial things like having one student kiss another. Okay. Soon the tasks escalate beyond what the kids are willing to do, and they learn the cost of failure is death. Oh wow. Will they be able to find a way out of the Osama Game before more people die and the living lose their integrity and humanity through participation in increasingly horrible daily tasks? That sounds pretty good. I don't know. Like, part of me is, I really want to watch this. So yeah, this is definitely going on my list for stuff to watch next season. All right. Next up here we have Inuyasha Key. Interesting. That's getting an anime. That's actually been on my manga to read list for a while now, so I'll probably end up checking this out before even reading the synopsis. But Inuyasha Key has a family, a wife, and 2 kids, none of which care about him. When he learns that he has only 3 months to live, he realizes that the only one who will miss him is his dog. That's quite sad. Shortly after realizing he is killed in a crash landing by aliens, he is rebuilt by them as a machine with a human exterior. How will his life change that he isn't human? Yeah, I definitely feel like that should be something to watch. Moto Umaru-chan R. Second season of Umaru-chan. I'm not even going to read the description. I'm going to completely pass on this one because I really could not stand Umaru-chan. Sorry, it was way too childish for me, and I just could not stand her character. So, I'm passing on this one. Kino no Tabi, The Beautiful World, the animated series. Is this like a sequel? Because I remember the original came out quite a long time ago. It's by Lurch, based off of a light novel. Okay. The story follows the travel of Kino, a young adventurer who rides a talking motorcycle named Hermes. They explore the people and cultures of different places throughout their adventure, spending only 3 days at each location. Yeah, I'll probably watch it. It's like, I might have to go back and rewatch the original because I really don't remember it a whole lot. But I might give it a shot. Just looking at this title already, Imoto Se Ibai by Silverlink Studios. This is the story about the daily life of a young siscon novelist. This is already starting out like Ero Manga Sensei. Itsuki Hashima with his perfect little sister Chihiro and the genius illustrator Nayuta Kani and his best friend Shirakawa Kyoto and some sane partners from his publishers. I'm thinking this is practically going to be another Ero Manga Sensei, so I'm probably going to pass on this one. Now, here's another popular one I believe is coming out, is Yuku Holder Maho Sensei Negima 2. I have not seen the first season of Negima. Forgive me, people. I have not seen it. I've heard a lot of talk about people hyping this up, so I'm not going to watch this one because I haven't seen the first season yet. So, and there's enough coming out this season where I maybe at a later date down the road I might watch Negima. In the decades since the world became aware of the existence of magic, the world has undergone massive upheaval. However, a boy named Toto lives in seclusion in a rural town far removed from these changes. His ordinary life is highlighted by his magic-using female teacher and his supportive friends. When his tranquil daily life is disrupted, he embarks on a unique adventure. It sounds pretty decent, but once again, I have to go back and watch the first season probably, unless this is like a standalone. But that's something I'm going to put off for a later date and time. Alright, next up we have here is Asake wa Fufu ni Natekara, comedy romance slice of life. Okay, it's based off of digital media. Chisato Mizusawa is a reserved but excellent and pretty chief in her company. She has quite a secret that only her husband Sora knows, which is she likes drinking alcohol, and she can become very cute when she is drunk. Even tonight she gets relaxed with a phrase, shifuku, and drunk with the cocktail Sora makes. It's a yoideri, drunkenderi, cocktail comedy of Japan's closest husband and wife. That sounds like it could be quite funny, actually. It could always use some good comedy, and I really don't think there's a whole lot of alcohol-based anime out there. Like, you see a character get drunk every now and again in an anime, but you really don't actually see the anime's main focus being alcohol. So, kind of curious to see how that'll be, so I'll check it out. Sangatsu no Lions second season. The first season has been on my to-watch list forever. I have heard that it's phenomenal, and I need to check it out. So, if I can get down the first season before this starts, which is another couple weeks, so it's like 22 episodes I'll have to binge watch. If I can get the first season watched before then, I will watch this. Because this has been on my to-watch list for a long time, and I've heard such great reviews on it. It's by Studio Shaft, so right there it tells you animation on it is going to be beautiful. Let's check the synopsis here, but Rei Kiriyama is a 17-year-old boy who recently started living alone. Financed by his salary as a professional shogi player. Personally, I like shogi over regular chess. I'm one of the few people I actually know that knows how to actually play shogi, so I always enjoy a bit of that. But despite his independence, however, he's yet to mature emotionally, and his problems continue to haunt him in his daily life. His relationship with his adoptive family is strained, and he has difficulties interfacing with his fellow high school students. Meanwhile, his professional career has entered a slump. Burdened with heavy expectations placed upon him as the fifth and becoming pro in middle school, he wins and loses are fluctuating as his record and progression into the ranks begin to stagnate. Acquainted with Rei are the three Komamoto sisters, Akari, Hinata, and Momo. Unlike Rei, they live happily in their modest home, which they are warmly welcome Rei into as he were one of their own. Despite his reservations about becoming too close to the family, he frequently visits, interacting with them and receiving the kind of care and affection he never quite had while under his foster home. The story is about Rei's triumphs and failures, relationships, new and old, and his growth as a person. Yeah, as I said, if I can get the first season down before this season starts, I will watch it. But I'm still trying to play catch up for the current season. As for those that don't know, majority of this season, I've been back home with a 20 gigabyte per month bandwidth. Yeah, try streaming anime with that. Doesn't happen. Next up we have Code Realize Shosei no Himegami. Adventure, drama, fantasy, romance, shoujo. Now, I'm not judging it right here just because it has shoujo. But shoujo typically is more geared towards females. I really don't care about that. Guys can watch shoujo anime. As I said in a previous video, my first anime was Sailor Moon, and that's a shoujo. But let's check the synopsis, see what it sounds like here. Restricted to an abandoned mansion on the outskirts of London in fulfillment of a promise to her father, lonely Cardia lives day by day isolated from the world. Her body carries a deadly poison that rots or melts away anything her skin touches, prompting locals to call her a monster. Wow, that sounds like an interesting story already. Her last conversation with her father 2 years ago, telling her to stay out of sight and never fall in love, is the farthest back she can remember. One day, her quiet solitude is uninterrupted as real guards break into and capture her. It is then that Cardia meets Arsène Lupin, a chivalrous thief who helps her escape soldiers' clutches. She soon finds herself on a journey with Lupin to locate her father, who holds the answers to her mysterious condition. The two are soon joined by 4 more interesting and handsome gentlemen. It actually sounds pretty decent. I'll probably check it out. I kind of want to know more about that disease she has. All right. Next up here we have Shoujo Shimasu Ryoko. Adventure, slice of life. It's by White Fox. So you got my interest there. All right. White Fox can do some pretty decent stuff. It's based off of a manga. All right, let's see how it goes. Civilization is dead, but Chihito and Yuri are still alive. So are we getting in a survival anime here? So they hop aboard their beloved Katankard motorbike and aimlessly wander the ruins of the world they once knew. Day after hopeless day, they look for their next meal and fuel for their ride. But as long as the two are together, even an existence as bleak as theirs has a ray or two of sunshine in it, whether they're sucking down their fill of soup or hunting for machine parts to tinker with. For two girls in a world full of nothing, the experiences and feelings the two share give them something to live for. Interesting. Because most survival series I know of typically have like a zombie apocalypse or something like that, but no. That cover seems pretty interesting as well. It's like, this sounds really interesting. I'm gonna have to give this I'm gonna check this one out. Next up we have Konohana Catan, fantasy, seinen, shoujo ai, and slice of life. Okay. A village inhabited by yokai. The lives of several Fox Mononoke work in the hot springs inn. The stories revolve around a new employee, Yuzu. Yuzu had always been living in the mountains, but now has to adjust to a new life working in a high-class inn. She is oblivious and clumsy at first, but with her simple cuteness, she is able to get along with all the other foxes. Huh. Interesting. Sounds like it'll probably be very episodic-like, so it might not have like a full-blown story to it. It seems pretty interesting. So, yeah. Especially with the shoujo I mentioned. But, yeah. I'll check it out. I don't even need to read the synopsis for this. Gintama. I love Gintama. So, yes! Yes! Love Line Sunshine second season. You know what I have to say about the entire Love Live series? Nico, no! Next up we have Infinity Force. Alright, so just looking at this cover, looks like it might almost looks like a live action Power Ranger kind of thing. It says superpower is the only tag for it. Tatsunoko is the one who's animating it. I'm not familiar with them, so I honestly have no idea how that'll be. It's based off of a manga. The story of the original manga begins with a girl named Emmy who uses a pencil that can grant any wish. Emmy gets caught up in the robbery of a convenience store and her life is in danger. She uses the pencil to wish for a hero that will save everyone. 4 heroes appear in response to Emmy's wish to change the course of the future. The anime will have a different story than out of the original manga. Well, I haven't read the original manga, so I really don't know how it is. Should I check this one out? Let me know in the description below. Alright, so that pretty well leaves off with the anime that I'm going to watch this season. There's one more thing I would like to bring up, and that's actually an OVA that I've been hyped for since it was first announced back in January. Based off of a visual novel that I absolutely love, but LiveChart does not actually have it on their list yet because there's no official day for it, but it's supposed to come out roughly this December. I believe that My Anime List has it listed in their season for fall, but as I said, there's no official date for it yet. Now, if you don't know what it is, I have the PV pulled up here, so I'm just going to go ahead and show that to you guys. Get my headset on, otherwise I won't be able to hear it, but it is, yeah, I've been hyped for this since it was announced in January. I could not say that enough, especially for the bouncing physics, if you know what I'm talking about. Now whenever I say that, it is rated PG-13, so there's not going to be anything bad. I'm saying this in advance. for those that cannot stand extreme cuteness of the highest degree. You might want to leave now. Otherwise your head will explode. Still don't know what I'm talking about yet? Well, let's see if you can figure out from the PV here. The ears move. I've seen the PV before, but still don't know what it is. Well, I'll tell you now. It's Necco Para. Yeah. I've been waiting for this all year. I still question who would abandon such adorable little Neccos like Chocola and Vanilla like that. I'm looking forward to it. Casho actually has a face now. Normally is all based on you try to insert yourself as the main character, and Necco Para was all about that self-insertion. Strawberry physics! Landing perfectly on the cake. By far, that was my favorite part of the TV. Cinnamon just laying down there. And then animating all those little scenes. I just having complete Necco-gasm right now. The ending PV from Volume 1. Alright guys, that was Necco Para's PV. If you're not into really cute cat girls doing cute cat girl things, it might not be your cup of tea, but can't wait. I have my anime list pulled up here, so I'll go ahead and quickly read the synopsis for you so you can get a better grasp of what it's like. What is Necco Para? Heaven on earth. Why, it's a cat paradise. Yeah. Necco means cat, para, paradise. It's short for paradise. So effectively, Necco Para means cat paradise. Kasho Minazuki, the son of a long line of Japanese confection makers, moves out to open his own shop, La Sodiel. I can never seem to pronounce that. But, yeah, it's a pastry. He sells cakes. But upon moving out, hidden among his things are two of the cat girl Necco, Chocola and Vanilla. By far my favorite two in Necco Para. Chocola and Vanilla that the family had been raising. When he tried to send them back, they begged and pleaded until he gave in, and they now opened La Celiel together. With two Neccos who really, really love their master. Oh yeah, they love him alright. It's like, I'm questioning why this is only PG-13, because for those of you that have actually played Necco Para and got the extra patch to go along with it, you know how Necco Para gets. Well, even without it, just some scenes in particular, what? And this is the censored version. With two Neccos who really love their master, trying their very best and occasionally failing, a heart full of comedy opens there for business. Oh yeah, you can enjoy a good laugh, complete cuteness. Not really mentioning any of the other cat girls, Azuki, Coconut, Cinnamon, Maple, and Shigure, who is Kasho's younger sister, kind of the one that raised all the cat girls. And she's a terrible brocon. I'm just gonna throw that out there. But I'm kind of curious, are they actually gonna follow like a bit more volume 1, volume 0? I don't know. It's supposed, from what I've heard, it's supposed to be a 60-minute long OVA, because they had a Kickstarter a while back, and if it reached like $500,000, they would do a 60-minute OVA. I'm curious if they're going to change it up because they did hit the 1 million mark to where it's going to get a full animation. I really hope it does. I really hope it does. But that's something I wanted to bring into light for those that didn't know. Most of you that are fans of Necco Para knew this probably a long time ago, but... And if I steered you to it, that's all good business, I guess. But when the OVA does drop, I will be doing a reaction video to this, because I started out this channel a lot later than a lot of other people, so I couldn't really do Let's Plays of the visual novels. Granted, I've still yet to actually play Volume 3, which I did purchase recently. I'm just not going to do a Let's Play of it because I have not done Volumes 1, 0, or 2. So, to make up for that, I will do a reaction of the OVA. Alright, that's going to be the anime that I'm going to be watching for this upcoming season. I mentioned something that you didn't quite think about? Or did I not cover a series you think I probably should? Let me know in the comments below. And always, if you enjoyed that video, click that like button as well. And feel free to subscribe for more of my content. This has been Zero Trigger. Have a good day, good evening, good night.